What's up, everybody? Dave Ford here for the J.O.B podcast. Thank you so much for just taking a few minutes to hear what I have to say, to hear what my man Ty Steele has to say. And it is so awesome to see that we're changing some lives. Got some really positive feedback from our show on Saturday after we talked about what type of coach are you, and heard back from some former players. Some really touching messages came back from them, which makes it all worth it. So thank you so much for the feedback on our Facebook pages, our Instagram, our Twitter, our YouTube. It's getting big, and we got a long way to go, and we plan on earning it every step of the way like we do everything else. So today's message is going to be themed around a post that I made this morning, and it goes like this: choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. It got instant reaction when I posted it this morning, and it's one of those you really don't need to think about. You either get it or you don't. If you're someone who takes the easy way out, you're going to end up with some obstacles in your life. In fact, they're going to keep happening over and over and over again. If you want that quick money in life, there's going to be a high price to pay for that. But if you're willing to do what it takes to grind it out every single day and earn it and choose the harder right, make those tough decisions when everybody else doesn't want to make that, you're going to end up winning in the end. And I promise you, you're going to win so much more than you lose. So as far as how I'm going to relate that to me and my message for today, choosing the harder right, I'm going to point to when I became a single father. So from a period between 2013 and 2016, there was a gigantic absence that took place. And being that this is sensitive subject matter, I'm going to not throw any individual under the bus, so to speak. I'm just going to talk about me and how I dealt with that situation. My kids were 9 and 6 at the beginning of this time period, and being a single father was not something that I asked for, no prayed for. I really don't know why anybody would want to be a single dad. Because a lot of people will tell you that fathers aren't meant to do it alone. But I will tell you, I'm proud to say I came out on the good end of this. And it came from choosing the harder right over and over and over again. And there were some very dark times. I'm always going to be transparent. Our show is about transparency and being vulnerable and being honest. Very dark times in that 3-year period. And I can say with full confidence that no one who knows me would have blamed me in the interim if I would have messed up, if I would have taken the easy way out and I would have had too many drinks and ended up in a ditch somewhere and somebody had to bail me out of a situation. Or if I would have acted belligerent and abused some sort of substance to take my mind off the pain of where I was. I really don't think anybody would have made too much of a big deal out of it, considering I've never done it my whole life. I am that guy who's been called boring. I am that guy who's been called non-adventurous because I choose the harder right. I'm always a designated driver, etc., okay? Not bragging, just saying I guess I've been tasked with that as a part of my DNA, is that when someone's looking around for somebody to be the strong one, to be the stoic one, it generally ends up being me. And most of the time I don't volunteer for it. That's just who I am. That's who God made me. And I do wear that proudly. As part of that, I had to earn that once again when I found myself in that situation where it was just me and my kids. And if you're a single dad out there and you're in a situation that you find yourself as the focal point of your child's or your children's lives, and you are tasked with turning their upside down world right side back up again. Okay? Or maybe I did that upside down. I should have been upside down, right side up again. Okay? How do you do that? Well, there's no book on that, there's no manual on that. And there's nobody out there who can be truly for sure what that right way is. But I can tell you from what I did, same thing I always do with everything else. Be yourself. Be the absolute best version that you can possibly think of, because your kids need you to be consistent. They need you to keep making those lunches in the morning for school. They need you to be consistent with your discipline, whatever that may be. Don't start babying the kids because they lost something or someone in their lives. Be the same dad that got you there. I had a very, very close circle of friends. I mentioned this the other day on the show. I do that on purpose, because I want people around me who are an extension of me, who I can depend on to make the good decision if I feel like I'm not able to make it in that instance. So don't lose who you are in that time, in that space. Understand that if you're going to lean on somebody during that time, make sure that person or persons is going to say the same thing or make the same decision that you would. And that close circle of friends actually celebrated me for 2 consecutive Mother's Days. And I'm a dad. And it was funny and it was comical, but it was also tragic. I'm no mother. I'm a dad, and I embrace that as the most important thing that I can do on a daily basis. And to go along with what Ty said today, the whole step parent thing, I have an extended family. I have 5 children now. That's the way I look at it. I had 2. I inherited 3 more with my fiancée Demetria, and I love them all equally. They're all mine, no matter what. So if you're a single dad out there right now, or you've been there already, no matter what age your kids are, be strong for them all the time. Stand up tall for them and defend them, and be honest with them. Don't be their friend. Be their father. Understand there's a very fine line. Understand that whatever you do and everything that you do is watched very closely and heard. Be the best version of you that you can be if you're a dad out there today. Thank you for what you're doing, you fellow dads out there who are really standing strong. It's a brotherhood. Be proud of what you're doing. Keep doing it. God bless you. For the rest of you out there watching, following, like and share everywhere. Please. Thank you so much for all of your blessings, all your support. I'm Dave Ford for the J.O.B. Podcast. Peace and God bless.